Sorry, joking. All right. Sorry about that. Right before I clicked live stream, I need to say. All right. Let's turn on some background noise. All right. All right. There we are. Finally. All right. So welcome everyone. Another week of fear and pain in the markets. Big stressful moments for a lot of people, but not for me, not for us, not for the people following basically my way of trading. Let's grab the screen real quick. And let's add the share screen. There we go. There we go. All right, so sorry, Telegram is going crazy on the background. So basically, we've seen all the volume from pre-Trump or past Trump, actually. All the volume from when Trump was announced as president has completely evaporated from the markets. And I think we're back to basically the OG Bitcoin holders, crypto holders for the last few years. And people were calling me crazy for I won't say predicting it, but expecting it, I think is the better term. And people were, like I said, people were calling me crazy, like Trump's here, Bitcoin's going to go through the roof, we're going to see 500K, we're going to see $1 million per Bitcoin, which I do think still can happen in the future. Yeah, results were definitely priced in. Like the second Trump was announced, that's when, maybe even before that, that's when you should have been buying. And it's the classic crypto trap. Like so much euphoria hits the market at the same time that people start hearing about it on the news. Friends are like, all the hype gets going again, and people sink money into it. Then the inevitable downturn comes. People start selling with a loss, and that's the exact opposite of what we want to do. What I do, and I'm from Connor's community originally. I've branched off a little on my own, but obviously I'm also in the group still. But I follow the same philosophy because I sort of learned from him, but I also see the opportunities it gives us. Like if we, this one, like I was saying in my own personal YouTube videos a few weeks ago, around January, I think it wasn't December, like early January, I was telling people, like, in the past, if we see these big movements on Bitcoin, pretty much always it's followed by a big dump. And it's the exact same thing is happening here. Like there's still a little upside potential. There's still a little upside in it. There's still a little risk of a downturn, I'd say. I don't think we've seen the bottom yet. But I was calling it, like, if we call that little blue line, sadly I cleaned up my chart, but if you pretty much do this, you draw that blue line, it overlaps. It overlaps here, it overlaps here. And I drew it a little bit longer there, but because I aligned it with this price point, but you get the gist of it. Like Bitcoin is very repetitive because people are very repetitive. And the crypto market is infinitely smaller than the stock market and financial markets, so it's easily manipulated. And pretty much all crypto traders are trading based on the charts, and the charts are the same for everyone. So if everyone is going to expect, like, hey, crypto has gone up tremendously, we're going to see a correction soon, it becomes this self-fulfilling prophecy. So if everyone is expecting it to happen, people will start being more protective of their money, will start selling, taking a little loss here, a little loss there. People will start getting liquidated on longs. And it's the same cycle which happens again. And it sparks this big sell-off. I'm not saying this is all just normal people trading, because obviously the volume is too big, but these bigger parties are predicting it, and they're trading on it. They're forcing, they're fulfilling the prophecy. They're like, everyone is expecting it to happen, so they keep pushing that price further down. Now, if we look at the liquidation map, there's a lot more people shorting than longing at the moment. So as you can see, it's changed a little bit. It was more shorting, but if we go, let's grab this one. If we go to the daily, I opened a little spot account on BitUnix as well. Like, I bought this earlier this morning around this price level. You can already see it's pushing the price back up. Like, once people start longing again, we'll probably see a reversal again. We'll see a little hop up, and then I'm thinking a dead cat bounce will happen on this. There. A little bit of water. I do think for people new to crypto or newer to crypto, who have just started their portfolio or are early on their journey and have enough funds on the side, these are the moments we need to be buying, exactly like I did here. Well, I finally have better proof to show you guys, but you can see, like, I bought here, went down here, I bought around this price level. We went further down, I bought a little more. And I did the same thing here. Did not even know I actually bought spot on this account before, because mainly I use leverage, but this is the spot variant. But the point is, like, if we buy these super red days, these super fearful moments, like, we can see we're still, well, we're exactly 2 points above extreme fear, because we have bounced a little. But buying these extreme fear moments is exactly when the price is exhausted from selling and will bounce back up. Now, we won't always time that exactly, but we only have to be close enough. In spot buying, at least. With leverage, it's harder. It's very, very tough to actually predict that bottom. That's why when I'm trading leverage, I spread my entries, so I don't enter at one price point, but I enter a little bit, and then the price starts reversing. That's how I do leverage trading, when I do leverage trade. But honestly, at this point, I'm just too busy, and I don't want to be glued to the charts too much, so I'm buying spot. And yeah, it's working. Like, you can see it's working because it's already bounced up. If I want to, I could sell the Bitcoin I bought earlier this morning with a roughly 7% profit at this point. So, and yeah, 7% might not seem like a lot, but it's the repetitive motion of it. Like, if you keep doing it, it'll stack up. Your initial amount of Bitcoin will increase. Or if you sell everything, then yes, your amount of money will increase, but you will also be able to buy more Bitcoin with it. It's the snowball effect. I don't always go for the huge profits, but I go for the consistency of these profits. And it's almost always safe to assume when a price moves, I see it like a rubber band. Like, if a price moves, let's grab a trend line. Like, if a price does this, it's very safe to assume it'll at the very least do this. So if you're big on shorting, you would grab it short on that way. And similarly, if it goes down, it's very safe to assume it'll push up. I do think this will happen, but it doesn't matter. I'll just buy more on that way down. Exactly, 7%, I'll take it any day. Imagine if you make 7% well, it's not exactly daily, but let's say you make 7% every day. You'd be the world's best trader. There's not a trader alive who does that. So yeah, 7% it's great. Obviously, we all want those big profits, but reality is we cannot influence the markets to go the way we want to, so we take what we can get. And this is fairly easy. And as I always said, I like trading stress-free. Like, am I wrong? The price keeps tumbling down. No problem. We just wait a little bit more. We buy a bit more Bitcoin. And not everyone has the ability to do that. Not everybody has enough funds on the side. But most people do. Like every month when your paycheck comes, you buy, you usually, if you are into investing, you buy a little bit more, or you put a little bit more on your exchange. So every month you should be able to buy a little bit more. So if the price goes further down and it starts going sideways at that area, find a good price, find a good day, just keep a little cash on the side and buy then. Just make sure you do not buy on those extreme euphoric moments. That's when everybody's talking Bitcoin and how good it is and how awesome it is, that's when you need to be selling or taking profits or keeping money on the side. Because it's very safe to assume the price will reverse and you will be stuck in the debt. Like, you see it in almost any Discord chat. I read it just before this stream where someone was saying my strategy of buying Sol high and selling it low is working to a T, or working exactly. And it's so recognizable. We've all been there. We've all bought crypto at the very, very absolute top, thinking this shit is going to go mental. And the very next day or the very next hour is exactly the time when it starts dumping. I've been there several times. It still happens to me every now and then. But if we buy assets we believe in and we think will do well in the future, then there's no reason why you shouldn't want that asset at a cheaper price. It's the same thing when you buy a new TV. You don't buy it at the very top. You wait for like a 4th of July offer, or in the Netherlands we have a King's Day offer, or when soccer World Cup is up. There'll be special offers. There'll be discounts. Most people are frugal. Like, we want these discounts. We only have to apply the same tactic to our crypto buying. All right, this is a little bit of what I wanted to talk about Bitcoin wise, at least, because I think this dump is a good thing, especially for newer traders, even if they do not know it. But I don't want to be stuck rambling on and on. If anyone has a different question, feel free to ask. I did see a question in the Discord about knowing when to time the bottom for leverage trading. I would say the exact same thing on this. Like, think of the price as a rubber band, and that's exactly what the Bollinger Bands are based on. Come on, yeah. Like, if you use Bollinger Bands trading, you can see these bands is basically the elastic range of the price, is how I like to see it, at least. I'm not sure if anybody else compares it to it. But you can see it's very striking to that bottom here. It's not helping that my lines are blue. Let's clear those. There we go. You can see that when it started touching this line, like the rubber band gets overextended, it starts to pull back. And that's how you can use this for leverage trading as well. When I used to leverage trade, all I did was use Bollinger Bands and the RSI. The RSI is basically the same information, only displayed at the bottom. And it's also showing overbought and oversold and overbought periods. And this is exactly that, like an oversold area, oversold area, oversold area. You see the price bouncing when it hits that point. Now, will it continue all the way up? Nobody knows. Doesn't matter. When it does, we sell. When it goes down, we buy more. Super simple. Another thing you can use when leverage trading, if you see a lot of shorts or a lot of longs, it's safe to assume market will eventually start moving the other direction, because when the whole market is shorting and everyone's selling, these bigger parties aren't making money. These bigger parties, they're making money when they start putting more money in, and all these people get liquidated. That's when money flows from the markets into these big players, because they're taking the opposite side of the trade. If you buy Bitcoin with USDT, there's somebody taking your USDT and giving them your Bitcoin, giving their Bitcoin to you, because it's open market trading. And there's always, for any buyer, there's always a seller. For every seller, there's always a buyer. It's just automated. So these are constant fluctuating pools of money which are flowing into each other. And if all these people get liquidated with loaned money, they'll have to pay that back, basically. So that's how you magnify your losses. But this is a very good indicator. Like earlier this morning, a lot more people were shorting. Chart. A lot more people were shorting this morning. Now you can see more longs appearing. And what does the price do? You see it going up. But eventually, too many people start longing, and then the market makers decide, all right, enough is enough. We're going to tank the price further. It's exactly what will happen, unless global world peace is achieved, and then everybody's euphoric, everybody starts buying Bitcoin, and then they cannot influence that market enough. Or we start seeing a little tug of war on the price, which we see around here. We start seeing these massive volume candles pushing up, pushing down, pushing up, pushing down. And that's when the market is being decided by bigger players. But that's a little bit what you can use in your leverage trading. And obviously there's tons and tons of more market indicators, volumes, books, order books, to each his own. But I liked using a form of which is called naked price action, and using as little as information on the charts as possible, and using fundamentals to support it. Like if there's a super bullish market, then it's safe to assume price will go up. So we watch for a small dip on the day and try to trade that to a bigger high. Like with Trump news, Trump was elected, we knew it was going to go up. That's when I was leveraging. That's when I did longer-term swing trades. That's when I was buying. All right, so if anybody else has any question, feel free to ask. Otherwise, I'm going to start talking about Pi coin. Remember Pi? Anybody? So thirsty, talking, all the rambling. But yeah, remember Picoin? I completely forgot I had this. And a friend of mine actually told me, like, hey, remember when you told me about Picoin a few years ago? Like, yeah, what about it? But yeah, it's going to go live in a few days. I'm like, oh, all right. It's probably not going to do well, but yeah, sure. And a few days later, he texted me and he showed me this price. Or at first he showed me this price, like 60 cents red. I was like, wow, screw it. It's probably not going to be worth anything by the time I look at it. And then this started to happen. Now, apparently Picoin had the biggest monetary value airdrop in crypto ever. So that's, I've lost track of exactly how much it was. But that's already a lot, and after that the price doubled. So yeah, I don't know, it's a very volume wise it's a very big player, and in trading volume I think it surpassed Ethereum. So that is crazy for what is essentially a kind of I won't call it a meme coin, but a very speculative coin from years ago, back when basically any other project was doing much better. Most of them are all gone, by the way. But yeah, I saw Picoin again. SafeMoon has apparently rebooted into a new Solana-based coin with the new company. So I don't know. It feels like a blast from the past. It feels like I'm back 2 years ago. But I don't know. I think I have this. I have around 1,200 tokens of this for free completely. A bunch of them are locked. I have done the KYC period for it. I'll probably do another video about it. I actually did a very short video about it. I still need to upload. But yeah, I'm definitely going to be watching it. I think with the market cap it currently has, the amount of volume it had, the users it had, I don't know. It could actually become something. I do not know enough of it, but I thought it was very cool for a project which I suspected was dead for years, actually to come back and seem to be doing well. So if you still have this, I check your wallet if you used to use it, or find your old phone if you still have it and try to reactivate it. Because yeah, the best kind of money is free money, right? And for me, it's worth around $2,000 to 2.4 or something. So I don't know. That's quite a bit of money to just get for free, even for me. So thirsty. And yeah, I kind of lost my train of thought there. But yeah, I think if they update their website, like they have a roadmap. My computer's been a little slow, but they have a roadmap, and they've reached the end of their roadmap. And I wonder if they'll attract enough developers on it to become a fully functioning network. If it does, it could actually, I don't know, like if it reaches like Solana or Sui based market caps, I think it's close to the Sui market cap. What is the Sui market cap at this point? Am I missing it? Yeah, there it is. Oh, so it's actually higher than Sui at this point. A lot higher, actually. Like 9 and... Damn. I didn't even know it had surpassed Sui, but if it goes up to Solana level... Like, I don't know enough about it, if it has like low trading fees and fast network speeds. It's been in development for years, so I don't know if it's as good. Like I got it around the BNB era, so I'm not 100% sure on that yet. But like I said, I'll definitely be watching this. I'll probably do more videos about it. And yeah, community sentiment is very bullish, at least. I like projects like this that have stayed the course over time, have delivered on their products, and are actively developing. I have an active team and a very active community, apparently. So, yeah, and free money. Who doesn't like free money? I mean, I like it, at least. And I need to take a look at SafeMoon. I'm not sure. Have you guys heard of SafeMoon? I've been around for a few years. SafeMoon was one of the first, let's call it, early on meme projects I was involved in. I'm one of the few that actually made quite a bit of money on it. A lot of people lost a lot of money on that. And the original founder is either is in jail or is going to be sentenced to some kind of jail sentence. So it was a really big thing back then. But the company itself was sold to VGX Foundation. I'm not 100% sure on what they do or who they are. However, they bought it, they rebooted it, and apparently they made a new token, and you can swap your old tokens to the new token and are actively trading it again. So I actually still hold quite a bit of SafeMoon tokens somewhere. I need to dig up an old wallet, and I'll do some video or information about that soon. But if I look at it, there's probably so many fake tokens on it. SafeMoon, Solana, SafeMoon, Moon, SafeMoon. It's probably this one. It's probably not. The market cap's too low. Is this the original one? Is what I'm asking. The 2-page, click here, visit server. So I'm not 100% sure on where the new project is. I'm gonna go find it. So we have 45 days. We have less. We have around 40 days to swap it to Solana. Yeah, so I still hold the tokens, but as I suspected, the new value will be much, much lower. But I don't know. I'll sink $100 into it. I need to find out which it is, though. I need to do a little bit more research about it. But I think it's cool to see that there are active projects that are actually delivering on all the promises, on all the hype, even from years ago. Because we think, like in crypto, 2 years is a massive amount of time, or seems like a massive amount of time, but for developers, it isn't. Like, look at when you try to buy a new game or a new TV show. Like even the TV show, something like I watch The Boys. I'm not sure if you guys watch it, but I watch The Boys. The new season, I think it's taking over like 2 years, and that's a TV show. Like remember, even like we in crypto want quick promises, quick results. Everything has to be fast, fast, fast. And 2 years for developing a good project is not that long. So now, after a few years of being in crypto, seeing like the nostalgia projects, seeing them still delivering, I think is very reassuring, especially future-wise. And considering they're not just SafeMoon, but other projects are sold for dimes on the dollar as back then. Even the same theory applies. You could still find a project that might be even lower than its launching price, but still a good buy, as opposed to all these meme coins, of which 99% will not exist in less than a year. I was cleaning up my browser and old links for crypto projects, and there's so much garbage in there. Like so many projects, so many websites which promise the world are all gone, all of them. And a lot of them stole a lot of funds, a lot of money, and a lot of people lose money on those projects. So yeah, the definition of insanity, like keep buying these same memes over and over and expecting a different result other than you losing money. It seems stupid to keep doing that. So yeah, I think finding some, or at least with some projects with decent products and decent development that deliver on their promises, I think that's a very good indicator of something that will stand the test of time, even in the crypto world. All right, so we are pretty much out of time. If there is a question, a quick one, I'll answer it, but I actually have to leave in like 5 to 10 minutes, so I cannot draw out the stream this time a little bit, at least not longer. At least I was very, very first. I was talking. All right, so if there isn't any question, I'll close the stream in a little bit. Let's have a quick look at Ethereum, though. I have not looked at Ethereum in a while. Like Ethereum is getting slaughtered as well. I don't know. I kind of dislike Ethereum, but like it at the same time, you know. I missed the boat on Ethereum, and this Ethereum is one of the tokens I used to buy. Too expensive, almost always. Also because it was used on OpenSea when I tried doing NFTs and stuff like that. I always kind of disliked Ethereum with the super high gas fees. I think nobody likes those. And it sucks that it's like it's the most used network still, and sometimes you're forced to use it, and it just it always tends to leave like a foul taste in my mouth a little bit, if that makes sense. All right. Anyways, guys, I'm gonna close out the stream. I'd love to talk to you all again next week. If you have any questions, you can also hit me up in the Discord or on my channel, or a question or an email or smoke signals. Eventually, you will get a hold of me. And yeah, let's talk again next week, guys.